Why exactly was Mace Windu's lightsaber purple, and what is the deeper meaning behind it that a Star Wars book may have revealed, as well as new additions to Star Wars canon thanks to the High Republic era, potentially giving us the real answer to why Mace Windu's lightsaber is purple, a massive mystery in the Star Wars lore. The color purple, or amethyst, is not the only lightsaber color that we have yet to receive an official lore explanation for. Other rare colors, such as the yellow lightsaber and the dark saber, have yet to receive a concrete answer, although we can get close. Today though, we are highlighting the purple blade of Mace Windu, and exploring the various Jedi canon now in the High Republic era that actually wield the amethyst blade. So, welcome back to the archives, Acolytes of the Galaxy. We've been expecting you. And today, we hope to finally uncover the mystery of the purple lightsaber, break down the character traits of its canon wielders, and perhaps finally break the mystery of the color. Previously, a major theory concerning the purple lightsaber is that it is not actually imbued upon by a Force wielder, like is commonplace for most Jedi. Typically, a Jedi will venture to Ilum and find a clear kyber crystal that has not been imprinted upon. Then, the young Jedi will imbue their essence and very stance and ideology on the Force onto the crystal, typically producing either a blue or a green blade. However, this is not the case for how every lightsaber color is produced. As Darth Sidious stated to his new apprentice in the Darth Vader comic run several years ago, he stated that kyber crystals are living things, and because they are living things, they can be made to bleed, causing the kyber crystal intense pain. The color that produces is eventually crimson, as it is corrupted, injured, and perverted by the powers of the dark side. We also know that when a previously red lightsaber is purged of the dark side itself, it produces a white coloration, such as Ahsoka Tano's iconic white blades. Recently in the Star Wars canon novel Master and Apprentice, we also learned the origins of the orange lightsabers, as Qui-Gon Jinn and his apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi venture to Pijal's moon. Here, they discover something known as the colon crystal, which actually has a major line in the prophecy of the Chosen One. That being, when the kyber that is not kyber shines forth, the time of the prophecy will be at hand. A colon crystal was a type of crystal known only to be found on Pijal's moon. The structure of the crystal was extremely similar to that of a kyber crystal, and could be used within a lightsaber, although their nature was fundamentally different and they were extremely rare, even more so than true kyber crystals. However, Qui-Gon Jinn discovered that when powering a lightsaber, these crystals could produce an unusually low-powered orange blade, which was capable of slicing through the shields, but meanwhile was weaker than that of a conventional kyber crystal. The point we're trying to illustrate here is that not all kyber crystals are imbued upon and receive their coloration that way. However, again, thanks to this exact same novel, we learned that Mace Windu's purple lightsaber is actually imbued upon, and is not something found in the wider galaxy, meaning it's not a representation of the crystal, it's representative of the Force wielders that imbue upon it, and their stance that produces the amethyst blade. This is the passage. This is a lightsaber, mine is blue, and while most of our lightsabers either turn blue or green, a few of our crystals can even turn purple. This confirms to us that the color purple is indeed imbued upon and is not found, but it doesn't exactly explain what the color purple means. Thanks to the High Republic era, we have a multitude of brand new Jedi that indeed have imbued upon their lightsabers, and the purple color was produced. First off, we have a Jedi Master of again the High Republic by the name of Vernesta Roth, who was stated to be extremely powerful, and who even attained the rank of Jedi Master when she was just 15 years old. In the High Republic comic books, she's even stated to have a unnaturally strong connection to the Force, and is a peculiar type of Jedi Master because she ultimately decided to convert her purple blade into a purple light whip. The High Republic class Jedi was an era where the Jedi were not so afraid of the dark, including the darker part of themselves, and Vernesta truly highlights this by her aggression, but also her restraint. We also in the same era have the Jedi Ty Yorick. Ty Yorick is unique because she is actually a former Jedi who decided to leave the Order and become a saber for hire, with her focus typically being on monster hunting, which meant she became extremely useful when dark-side creatures arose, and the Jedi Order would actually reach out to her for help. What's unique about Ty Yorick is she actually studied the dark side of the Force in order to aid her in monster hunting, and destroying creatures that were corrupted by the dark side itself. Moving on, we have a Jedi Padawan that actually has a purple lightsaber by the name of Sav Malagan. We don't know very much about this young Jedi Padawan, only that his master notes that he has a thirst for adventure, and is also extremely powerful, He also notes that he's drawn into constant conflict, which is representative of his very nature as a young Jedi. So what exactly do all of these Jedi have in common? Well, it's actually unique. The purple lightsaber color seems to represent moral uncertainty as well as reconstruction of oneself, as is stated by the holocron belonging to Ultrasabers. The Jedi that wield this lightsaber are sometimes morally ambiguous. However, this is not the path that they are set on permanently. The Jedi that wield the purple lightsaber do in fact dance the line between the light and the dark, like many have speculated for a long time the purple color represents. However, we now have other canon explanations for the purple coloration, including a fascination with the dark side and hunting down dark side creatures, being exceptionally powerful in the Force at a very young age, being strong-willed, but also dedicating oneself to healing and an understanding of the darker aspects of one's character. Individuals that do not hide from the more sinister parts of their personality, or even their more sinister views on the Force itself. They do not shy away from this part of themselves though. They attempt to reconstitute it and to heal it, and use it to become a better Jedi, a better Force wielder, and ultimately a better person. From a young Jedi Padawan who only seeks adventure, to one of the youngest Jedi Masters ever named who was exceptionally powerful, and from the monster hunter who was fascinated with the dark side but refuses to dance too close to the line. And finally, we have Mace Windu, one of the most powerful Jedi that have ever lived, an individual that went toe-to-toe with the culmination of the rule of two Sith in Sidious, an absolute powerhouse and a beast. While the whole debate and theorizing of the purple lightsaber all stem from the fact that Samuel L. Jackson asked George Lucas if he could have a purple lightsaber so that he could better see himself in the Geonosian battle arena engagement. This has become deeply ingrained in Star Wars lore, and is now finally being explored more in the High Republic era. Mace Windu represents a rare breed of Jedi who naturally imbue upon their kyber crystals, and a purple color is produced. It is also revealed that Mace Windu currently that we know is the only Jedi of the Clone Wars era to have wielded a purple lightsaber. In canon continuity, of course, meaning the addition of this is even more important, and meaning that Mace Windu, despite being extremely dogmatic, the reason his lightsaber is in fact purple instead of blue or green is because he acknowledges the darker part of himself that most Jedi push deep down and refuse to acknowledge, such as Anakin Skywalker or even Yoda. But my friends and acolytes, what are your thoughts on this? And what are your thoughts on this big and final revelation of the meaning of the Amethyst Blade? Were your theories for years now concerning the Amethyst Blade correct? And what other aspects of the lightsaber would you like to see us highlight in our archives in a brand new holocron? As always, my friends, fellow students, and acolytes of the Force, may the Force be with you always, and I hope you revisit our archives soon.